Welcome back to XCon. Today we're going to be looking at supplementation and the benefits of creatine. So it's not my first time taking creatine by any means. I've taken it before in the past, but I have had a pause from creatine for well over a year, probably a year and a half, closer to 2 years, where I didn't take it at all. The reason behind that is that I had a theory it might be causing havoc with my stomach, causing me stomach issues, no pain or anything like that, just indigestive issues that I wanted to kind of resolve. So what I did is I removed creatine as a supplement and I went completely without supplementation at all. No protein powders, no creatine, just caffeine and fats. Caffeine is still considered a supplement, definitely. You can just get it from various different sources. So the main source of caffeine I have is obviously coffee. But more about creatine. So what is creatine? There's been thousands of articles on creatine, hundreds of thousands of videos on creatine and the benefits, and those people do a lot better job than me at explaining all the intricacies of creatine. So I'll just give you a response on what creatine is for me and what it does for me, the benefits that I can see. Simple explanation of what creatine does: it essentially gives your muscles the energy they require to lift heavy weights, for instance. It allows your muscles and your muscle cells to replace and replenish that energy at a potentially faster rate than that of someone without creatine in their system. How does it do it? Well, your muscles generate energy by breaking down something called ATP. When ATP is broken down, it loses a phosphate group and therefore becomes redundant, it's used up. What creatine does is replace that phosphate group. If all positive environmental factors were in place, you probably achieve a, let's say, 10 to 20% hike in performance in your workouts. You'd probably be able to achieve 10 to 20% more if all those factors were aligned, those positive factors were aligned. Creatine stops that 10 to 20% drop when those positive environmental factors aren't in place. It reduces the overall loss in performance when everything's not aligned. I'd say, for example, if I'd had a long, arduous or bad day, I might come to the gym and I achieve 10 to 20% less than if I'd had a really positive day, loads of sleep, loads of food, everything was on point. So now add creatine into the mix. That 10 to 20% drop in performance because of the hard day is now 5% drop in performance, 8% drop in performance. The drop in performance is less because I've got creatine in my system, or a surplus of creatine in my system, allowing my muscles to create more energy and also dragging me through that workout and making me achieve a little bit more than I would have done otherwise. It is not night and day by any means. You are not going to go from zero to hero just by taking creatine, but it does support a busy work life. It does support overall workout performance. It does allow you to eke a little bit more out of every workout that you do, or out of every rep that you do. So over time, it could have a significant benefit, but do not take creatine expecting to be the next Ronnie Coleman. It's not going to happen. Likewise, could I remove creatine from my workouts entirely? Yes, I probably could, and I have done in the past. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but marginal gains, any difference in performance is what you want to achieve. You want to eke every last bit of performance out. If this allows me not to absolutely dread the idea of working out after work, because I know I won't be as fatigued or feel as fatigued, then 100% is worth it. 100%. Bear in mind, creatine and caffeine are the two most researched performance enhancing supplements ever. They have the most studies against them than any other supplement on the market. and the overarching benefits are positive. That's why creatine and caffeine are the supplements that I take. I could do a whole nother episode on caffeine and when I take it, because I don't take it just before a workout because I want to be able to sleep, but I'll leave that for another time. I do use caffeine as a supplement, but not in the context of pre-workout or anything like that. So where can you get creatine from? You can literally get creatine from all over the place. There are a huge amount of providers for creatine. You can get it on Amazon. My preferred location for creatine or any supplement really is MyProtein. I've been using MyProtein since I was a kid. This is not a plug. So what are my recommendations for taking creatine? Just make sure you take it each day. I wouldn't fuss about when you're taking it, whether it's before or after a workout or with any of that stuff. Just make sure that you're taking it daily and consistently, because that's how this best works. As I've said previously, it's all about creating a surplus of creatine within your body, and so consistency in taking it is the key. For example, what I do is that I take 3 of these tablets every night before bed. Some people might say that that's not the best way, but generally I work out in the evenings after work, and then I take the creatine just before I go to bed, just because I am in that routine and I am able to remember to do it. Another way you can get the creatine into you easily is creatine powder. Another route I've taken before. As I said earlier in the video, I did back in the day think it had an effect on my stomach. And that's probably because I was taking 3 pills on an empty stomach, no doubt, knowing me. So what I do, or what I would do when taking the powder version, is I would take 1.5 litre to 2 litre bottle. Again, you can buy one of those big bottles from MyProtein. I've done it myself, a 1.5 litre bottle, and then just shove the dosage or the powder of creatine into there and just drink it throughout the day. It's just a way of getting it easily into your system. At that level of dilution, you don't taste the creatine at all, which can often be a little bit gritty, a little bit chemically in flavour. An easy solution to any flavour issues that you might have is just to add a little bit of cordial to the bottle, a little bit of juice. That covers up any taste or flavour. So would I recommend creatine? 100%. It's not a night and day supplement. You're not going to be the next Ronnie Coleman, as I said before, but you might get marginal gains. It might make things a little bit easier for you. It might give you that extra couple of percentage points in comparison to not taking it. So why not? If you're going to improve, even if it's a small amount, you might as well take it. There have also been linkages with creatine to cognitive performance increases as well as physical performance increases. So why not take it? On the other hand, if you decide not to take creatine or not incorporate it into your life, then there's no real big issue. It's not going to make a massive amount of difference. You're not going to be left behind by those who are taking creatine, but they will have that extra edge on you. As ever guys, if you like my approach to supplementation or you like the container gym idea sat behind me, like, share, subscribe, do all that jazz. Let's increase the popularity of this channel so I can buy more equipment, get more out of the container gym idea and show you guys what container gym could be like for you. Thank you very much, I'll see you on the next video.